Felix. God. You two look the same. I can't tell you boy apart. Okay.
So at the beginning of the third year, was I successful in setting up my family in case I am no longer around?
At this point, well, at the end of the first year, all money was going directly into living right then. At the end of the second year, you were saving up money, but your mother was more or less pointing out that once they get enough money for a house in the city, that's probably where the money's going to go. Gotta buy a nice house for, the family, not this shitty peasant slum.
Okay.
Well, not shitty anymore. It's moved up in the world, but...
Okay.
So, yeah, money's not as tight anymore. Their tuitions at this point are basically just... It's like a formality. They're like, oh, you have to pay tuition. Whatever. 2 gold. Fuck it. Whatever. I don't care.
Give me 5 copper.
Yeah, because they're graduate students at this point.
And graduate studies are cheap.
So cheap.
Well, it's like the master or the actual professors. You're just working with the actual professors at this point. So it's like...
Research projects. And
yeah,
stuff like
so
that.
it's kind of work, kind of schooling.
So you're pretty
really
much
either.
just an unpaid intern.
Yes.
So you're not making money. You're not spending shitloads of money either.
Okay.
So yeah,
It's just living expenses at this
just
point.
living expenses at this point. So anything you've saved up.
Okay. Once we bought the house and my family is pretty much independent or self-sufficient, I'm gonna leave my job as a shipwright and start wandering the world. So I'm gonna leave the village or town
So
and
at end of year 4 or end of year 2?
after we buy the house.
Yeah, okay. Not gonna happen in the end of the 4th year.
So you're going to continue working shipwright.
Well, when do we buy the house?
I'm saying that's down the pipes. That's what the money is going towards right now.
Oh, okay.
Saving up for a house.
Yeah.
So is there something you want to study and not do double time work and study something else in the meantime?
It could be like town guard or
Practice
something.
fighting, be a town guard. You are a
How
muscle
far
man.
off is the... I'm just gonna start wandering. Say goodbye to the family, and I love them, but I need time to collect myself.
Okay.
I have to find myself.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you've
But not that
made a
much.
crap load of money.
Felix!
No! It's gonna be you. You
Your
can decide to
twin.
go with him.
What? Yeah, he's leaving his twin.
He hasn't taken his turn yet.
He can't go
I
with
guess-
you. He
I
hasn't
guess
taken
that's-
his turn isn't up yet. You make it 500 miles before he gets to his turn.
I make it 2 years out of the country.
Okay, so this main city is an island in the middle of a great lake. But, shipwrights, you have lots of friends in the shipping business. You can easily make it off this island.
I have no destination I want to go to. I'm just wandering.
Okay. So you're just kind of going around. Volcano's still smoldering.
Yeah.
To the west of you. To the east of you is kind of swampland. North is mountains. South is a sea, plains, and then a sea. An actual ocean.
I will go north.
Okay.
Wait, north is the volcano, right?
No, north
West
is
is
mountains.
volcano. North is mountains.
I go north.
Okay. Interesting. Your name is Paige.
It is.
Paige. What you want?
Okay, so
What you want, girl?
I am making clothes for rich people's dogs.
Actually, after the boom is kind of come and gone. Towards the end of that 3rd year, you towards halfway through the 3rd year, you predict that the really, really sweet black silk is drying up. You were just putting on running on reserves. There's still regular silk, but you predict that your super economic boom is gonna burst very soon.
Okay, so I should probably start studying something.
She's going to go
What
straight
can I
into
study?
thievery.
That captain is still open invite to come join with him.
Come play
So
with
that
me.
would be... What would that be? Just
Professional switch playing?
Swisher.
In a big ass city, yes, there's totally that. It's not like a gladiatorial thing, but it's entertainment.
You're going to be a
Professional
professional
I know, but
swisher.
what is that? I mean, say I started adventuring later. What would that do? It would be like
That'd be more
Athleticism,
dexterity.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Anything athletic, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Which is
that's
stuff
all
that you're
applicable.
already going for anyways.
Yeah.
You pick dexterity.
It would just be dexterous athletic class.
Well,
Pretty much
So
anything.
I think what I'll do is...
I won't let you just start with points in lockpicking, but because you haven't done that. But
So what I'll do is I'll work...
But an assassin is completely
I'll do that. I'll go...
Death, I don't care.
That's a prestige class, so no.
Tells Rebecca, fuck you.
I'll go play Swish, and then I will still make clothes on the side.
Okay. You're surprisingly smart at this business. The guy who took you in, or whatever, not the shop owner or whatever, he kind of was dollar signs in the eyes. He didn't see, he's not going out of business, but definitely the ludicrous amounts of money have kind of leveled back out again. So now it's back to regular money making. And you luckily didn't get out at the same time, but I mean, you're back to just working regular amounts of pay. He's kind of bummed out that he's no longer just making hand over fist, but yeah.
Still well off, so he can't complain.
I mean, yeah, he's still a wealthy shop owner.
He's happy to buy you out.
I mean,
Buy me out.
familiar foot pajamas has been a big
The
boom.
staple of high society.
Well, no, I'm still making the pajamas. I'm just not working for him. So I'm
Oh.
still doing my side making pajamas. I'm just not doing the normal during the day working for him thing.
Now you have to work with cloth. That's just, yeah.
Well, they're still silk. They're just not black silk, right?
Yeah, no, the black silk is basically not gone extinct, but you're the only time that made it, and you're not making it anymore. So you made it a few years on just reserves, and now you're out. So there's still regular silk.
Yeah. So that's
And
just
regular silk is so
Regular silk.
passe. Your fingers feel dirty touching it. This is bullshit. Meanwhile, there's like a beggar outside your store. Please, food. You're like, silk feels so good on my butt. I'm barely even a billionaire.
Alright, so I go to play Swish with Captain McSexytons.
You can name him if you want. If you know what I mean.
I just did. His
McSexytons,
name's
you did.
Captain
You heard her.
McSexyton.
It comes from a long line of McSexingtons.
Steve McSexington.
Wait, but we're the same position, so how does that work?
He
Well,
teaches you.
Practice positions.
He's older than
Cross-trained.
you, so he's just training you and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah, no, like, I mean, it's not like the only team. It's a sport, like, it's a full-fledged sport in the town, and, like, you train with him, and he'll find you a team that needs your work.
I'm Captain McSexingtons of the Stroudsburg McSexingtons. The same.
Have you seen my silk undies?
My girlfriend made them for me.
Is there any way to get better skills besides just playing? I don't know, like...
Apply for the
anything
Thieves
I can-
Guild with the Town Watch.
Thieves Guild of the Town's Watch.
Captain Towns Watch. I would like to join the thieves. I mean, I would like to investigate the Thieves Guild. Where could I find them?
Undercover.
You're not a dex-based character, are you? We don't trust those.
No!
You're currently doing a handstand. What?
I'm totally
my culture.
wisdom based.
Totally.
That's how I'm so good at. I mean, diplomacy.
Diplomation.
Right now, you're pretty much spent your whole time in, like, anything business and acrobatics related.
So that's like...
That's not my...
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a weird
that's
mixture.
Oh no, but I was looking at
Dexterity and
lists of
charisma.
things. Yeah, dexterity, charisma,
Well,
kind of things.
wouldn't business be intelligence or wisdom?
whatever. Ted, Steve, Bill, Godric, Donald,
Felix.
How would
Felix.
business be wisdom?
Because you have to be wise to stay in business.
Like, business savvy is wisdom. Investment is probably...
Yeah, you definitely had some wisdom coming to be able to see the downfall of Black Silk. It'd take a business genius to see that when product runs out,
You sell high.
When product runs out,
okay.
you have no more
But at
product.
this point, you can come do whatever you want. Well,
You invent more product by painting that shit black. And
Felix.
Pawning it off.
Now,
Fredrick!
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? I don't even care anymore.
Hold up.
Shut up, Fredrick. What do you want to do?
Here.
No one can read that.
I can't read that at all.
It's so faint.
Well, how far have I gone in my schooling?
Yeah.
What's charisma
purple.
good
You were
for?
kind of going through like you're like a history buff now. You're a proper history buff now.
proper history buff.
Yeah, you're classically trained. No,
I'm in the classical trained history.
you know what?
The library makes really good use of you.
Oh god.
Yeah, that librarian's all up on those balls.
Now that you have a history degree, you can move on to being a paralegal.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, go into site acquisition.
That all sounds like horrible.
You should find a really short girlfriend.
Very short.
I should change my name to Christopher
Christopher.
Cord.
I changed my last name too.
My name is...
Oh, yeah.
My name is... What?
Okay,
My name
you come home
is-
from university someday, and the realization hit that your brother is sitting there with a backpack full of stuff,
I'm going out for a pack of cigarettes.
with like a
I'm
trunk
never
full of
But
things.
since you're twins and can read each other's minds.
That's a
No,
lie.
I know.
You know it.
I know he's leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I've been discussing this with him. This isn't like I'm
I'm
leaving you.
Sudden jaunt.
Going for a pack of cigarettes. You'll be
It's
back.
like I need some
Are you going
time.
with him?
Kind of thing.
He's your twin.
He's my twin.
You have several promising jobs in like higher upper crust. I don't know,
Clerical work.
clerical. Yeah, like your older
Cleric
sister.
will work?
Got me some ins and outs.
Got you some like sweet hookups for jobs, like just really nice knobby noble jobs.
Plus, it's a patriarchal society.
Nobbing
so,
knobs.
you know.
No, it's not.
either.
Oh,
It's currently
it's
weighted
just
towards patriarchal
whoever,
because
right.
there's a king, not a queen. But
But it
well, I
could
mean, there
be
is a queen.
It
but
could be anyone elected.
The
essentially,
king is the
as
descendant.
yeah, it doesn't
the
care.
head figure.
There's
I
neither.
mean, you could be like Prime Minister or King's Adjutant or something. Like, if you're
He's
high
the
enough.
king's ass.
No, but you can definitely work your way towards whatever you want.
But you know what I can't do if
Sorcery.
I do any of that?
Be with your brother.
I can't do duck and cover.
You're at the library and like a book hits you and you're like, "Where's Felix?"
he could have.
He looks like
You could have thrown me to the ground. You pee yourself. Some
Having
habits
flashbacks.
never die.
I honestly think I would leave with my brother.
You think you would?
Yeah.
Like kind of
Will he have you?
Would you have me?
You want to come? But I mean,
So
Shut up.
with several promising jobs.
if
But I've already found you, Felix. You don't need to find yourself. I found you. You're here.
This happens in the rain, by the way.
Violins in the background. I'm still playing a violin in the background.
Who am I gonna Eiffel Tower with?
Would you guys get inside?
Felipe.
You're ruining the silk.
I really should be alone for this. You
Shut
have
down,
promising
bro.
respects within the prospects within the city,
Self-exile. Never a pretty thing.
so
It's
you
the-
should.
I'd respect my brother's wishes.
The first time I've ever been alone. Literally. Ever.
I make him a carving out of wood.
I'm so sad.
I give it to you.
A small totem.
It's an arrowhead.
Remember me.
It's Buddhist.
It means reconnection.
Keep it if you want us to be together, or throw it away. Or give
Okay.
it away, whatever.
Okay. So, rejected.
How about we were like burping
Whoa.
and ripping ass?
Rejected, you
Cough, I'm sorry.
kind of take a
No, that was a
bureaucratic
burp. It
desk
just
job,
sounded like a cough.
and your mind starts to wander of your brother's awesome travels he must be having.
I'm sure he's
so
finding
It just
so
cuts
many
to me. I'm
caves.
huddling under a bush, saying,
shitting like your brains out. Those berries were bad.
I'm sure he's finding so many caves full of naked women right now.
You can do a couple things. Your mind starts to wander.
am
You
not.
can pick up like a hobby.
What's
You-
good with charisma?
politics.
Yeah, I know that, but
Charisma? What the fuck are you talking about? You're intelligent.
no, I picked charisma.
Yeah,
right,
but
you picked
haven't been training in
charisma,
it.
but you've been doing
Been
nothing but book
gaining
learning.
intelligence.
Yeah.
So you're doing.
To be honest,
So your character's
if you have a
pretty smart
graduate
by this
degree,
point.
you're not necessarily smart.
Hey, that's different. Shut up.
Might want to go into.
So you're pretty smart. But now that you
Alchemy.
suddenly are just doing work and you're free, you suddenly just have a thing called free time.
Well, I used to be a blacksmith.
What do you want to do with your free time? I'm sorry.
I've now gained intelligence.
So
I
you-
think
you basi-
concocting things would be fun again. I might go into alchemy.
So you okay, you
Start concocting
cocaine.
stuff. Yeah, well, you know, I've got to have
So
the
just
best meth
kind
Most
of-
lab.
interesting plant called an opiate?
I call it
Heroin.
poppy
Found
seed.
these things called methamphetamines.
all right on a quest to ferment
Did you
a
know if you
apple
put
cider that
cocaine
actually
in baking
tastes
soda?
on a quest.
I'm trying to concoct the perfect sawdust apple cider.
You're trying to bring back sawdust apple cider and just
Through
nothing.
the power
And
of
no
alchemy.
one's buying it.
But
Well,
I mean,
I'm not selling it.
it's
This
his
is-
job. He can do what the fuck he wants.
Yeah, this is nostalgic that I'm going for, not payment I'm going for.
Okay,
Fuck their applesauce. It just tastes so goddamn sweet. It's disgusting.
sweet as
Offends my
bullshit.
sensibilities.
All right, so you're kind of getting into a side job. So we're gonna kind of skip around a little differently here. You
25 years more.
200 years in the future. Your children's children's children.
We've developed
The land is
cars.
covered by apes.
Oh god. What happened?
Okay, how far are we? We're like 4
A
years
volcano
now.
went off.
Ape
We're at 4
volcano?
years.
Yeah,
Okay, so
speed
now
apes.
at the end of this 2 years, your mother, maybe your family kind of manages to. You decide that you want to get out of this ghetto as quick as possible.
No.
So you instead of saving up for another couple of years, you just buy a rather it's homely, modest house. You're still pretty packed. Well, the remaining kids are still pretty packed in it. You're sharing rooms and whatnot. But you know what? You're no longer in the ghetto.
Am I sharing a room with the brother that's the same age as me?
But you're sharing. Well, you're sharing a room with the sister. Now it's the girl's room and the mother, so it's like this girl's room.
Oh, that's a tiny
Wait,
house.
actually, you know what? She's
by
seen
herself.
a guy.
She needs people.
So
I pretty much get the room to myself.
it's Mary's.
No, she gets the room to herself.
She's out partying at the tavern.
Yeah, no.
maniacs.
She actually married up. She married a noble.
She married the mayor.
She's part elf, so that's understandable.
I have knowledge and ability. Can I
Roll to see
clear
who
this
she
guy
married.
for?
You know what? As brothers, now you can roll a whatever nobility and or sense motive to see if you get a good feel of this guy.
That's 11, but my int has probably gone up. But whatever,
14.
11.
Yeah, I don't know
14.
what my
14.
wisdom is. I rolled
He's
a
doing a sense
13.
motive. He's doing a history.
Yeah, I did sense motive.
No knowledge and ability.
Okay. Between the two of you, over the past few months of her being courted, you get the feeling that, this guy is legit a nice person. Despite him coming from kind of his dad was a little, a bit of a bitch. He did basically a hostile takeover, but you get the idea that this guy is kind of trying to do right, and you see bright things in his future. So good on her.
Okay.
You mean like Oliver Queen?
No, not like that
Do
at all.
I
He
get
did
it
not
on
get
with the captain?
stranded.
You're like 15.
You're at the
So
age of
absolutely.
sexual.
Do you? Well, he's like 25. He's like 10 years on you.
That doesn't matter
Do you
anymore.
want to try?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
he
That
actually
actually
had
doesn't
11
matter
years on
in
you.
medieval Europe.
It
Yeah,
really doesn't
he's
matter.
old. He's got a couple years.
He's
You want to
30
try?
something now.
Yeah, can
Or
I
no, wait,
seduce
he's 20
the,
something.
You can try to
captain?
seduce him. Go for it.
He's
The
aged
26.
like a
Fine
fine
young
cheese
thing.
or Jason Momoa.
26.
Oh.
6.
All right.
I don't know what my charisma is at this
Sorry, but you try. He kind of politely rejects you.
I'll take it.
He actually has a girl that he's got his eyes on.
Rejection
Are you
is
trying to make
9/10
a,
of dating.
what's that, bend it like Beckham type thing to go on here?
No,
My
okay.
favorite character.
We gotta wrap this up and become adults. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you're forcefully celibate. You gotta shut down.
You can sleep around. Free
Do
country.
whatever you want. You're adult now.
Can I do anything like, because I want to practice, like, sneaky and lockpicking and that kind of stuff. So how would I go about doing that?
You're
Sleight
breaking
of
into your
hand
sister's
and-
drawer to get to her
Lockpicking.
diary.
Lockpicking would be a tough one to get into without,
Your sister?
unless you want to become an apprentice on a locksmith or just get a side job.
Is it thief?
Sneaking, not that hard to practice. Like you can just throw a punch. Like anything
You got a lot of
Anything
siblings.
dex based, I'm just gonna say you have free reign of throwing points into it.
Other than lockpicking.
Lockpicking, however, is going to be a difficult one because you never have practice. But that
Or
being
she
said,
constantly tried
later
to break
you can do it.
into the older sister's diary. Lockpicking is the
Dear
thing there.
diary, I heart Steve. And you're like, bitch!
I knew it! I knew it!
Steve McSexy Pants asked me out.
See, she...
I was the happiest girl at the
Steve
gala.
Sexy Pants
is-
of the Strasbourg.
Funny thing is, she is
Yes,
his
the same.
age.
Yeah.
She
His
is
full
his
title?
age.
Every time.
Well, he's like 5 years
it
old.
says all that, it means all
No,
that.
Felicity, though. Our
Yeah,
sister.
he's like 5 years old.
No, because she was
Oh,
like
oh.
she
She
was
was saying
20 when we
Felicity
were
married
5
someone
years.
else entirely.
She's 25 now, and he's 26.
Yeah, he's 30th.
Yeah,
No, he's
30.
not.
No.
Okay,
Anyway,
anyway.
11
moving
years
on!
older. He's 26.
Okay, so
Moving on.
don't worry about
She's
it.
15.
Okay, towards the end of all this, you
Me.
kind
Felix.
of you left like halfway through this whole thing. You went north, right?
Right.
Okay, you made it pretty far in a year. You kind of followed various trade routes, just kind of moved with the people. You came across.
Oh.
I'm gonna say you made it all the way to an elf, like the pretty much only elf city. There's a couple. You want to stop short, or you want to go all the way to the elf city?
Cool. Let's see.
You want to, because you can stop short at like a town.
He's kind of letting fate choose his course.
Yeah.
I'm a rudderless ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Elf City.
Okay. So in the city, it's quiet. You're used to your family's house just being rowdy and noisy all the time. This town is very intellectual and quiet. That being said, when it comes to party time, elves throw the best party. It's just not constant insanity. Elves, as you get to know them, they're a little bipolar. When they feel an emotion, they go hard on said emotion, but they swap kind of effortlessly to between the 3 of them. 6 of them, mainly, whatever. However emotion, English. They swap easily between emotions.
Manic and depressive.
Whatever. So they, anyway, so they, when they're in party mode, they party hardcore, they throw, like, they fucking burn the town down, basically. When they're in, like, okay, just solemn, let's learn, and be introspective mode, they go hardcore, like, everyone shuts up, no one talks, it's weird. It's, when the town is crazy, though, you're totally into it.
Okay.
This town is known for its divination, because magic. City. Elves are pretty good at divination.
I'm gonna stay for a couple weeks and then move on.
Okay. Within a few weeks.
I'm gonna go west. No, I'm gonna
There's
go
no
east.
west.
No, don't go.
Sorry, I can show you where you want them to name it. But.
Actually, I'll go...
Oh god. No, my book!
Go east.
southeast.
Okay, that's still... Okay,
Or,
north
go-
of you. Okay, immediately east of you.
Wait, where's the mountains?
You went through a bunch of mountains and kind of followed a coast to this city.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately west of you is a cape that ends in just rough ocean. It's pretty cold here. East of here is you follow the Great Barbarian Plains towards you made it to the other side of the mountains, and there's north of the mountains is plains till it hits ocean again, and that's where all the barbarians chill, the barbarian tribes.
Mm-hmm.
And east it goes quite a long ways to the long. Anyway, so after being in the city for a little bit, you, lo and behold, of all people, Rebecca comes to town. She's here to speak with the divination school or train of thought, what have you.
Okay.
You want to inquire at all, or you just want to just fuck?
I'll stick around and see what's happening. Like, if they're having another big town get-together for her.
Not necessarily. Elves, they don't really go hard. They don't really do religion as forcefully as humans do.
Then I head to the
They're
plains.
more
I'm not done.
Okay.
Jesus.
the nature.
Okay. Jeebus.
Can't remember my name. Tom, Ted,
It's been
John,
so long.
Billy.
So Rebecca actually finds you. You're a kind of a sore thumb in this town. You're, the only human.
One.
And
eighth
she
human.
actually...
Yeah, elf.
How do you think you got in? She actually looks at you and immediately recognizes you as one of her flock. You get the idea that the reason she knows you is because she can just instantly identify people who at some point believed in her and are part of her religion. Not that she physically remembers you like, oh shit, you're that guy who played Swish.
I recognize you as once being one of my followers.
Yes.
Okay. Well, just to be clear, I'm not against Rebecca. She's not my focus anymore.
Okay. She actually, upon seeing you in this strange land, she actually kind of takes a shining to you. Not like you're my bestie friend forever. She's just kind of like, oh, someone I know, kind of, in a strange land of non-believers. She invites you to dinner, just to catch up, keep me company.
Okay.
You got to get laid, son.
She seems a lot
She
more...
asked me out.
She asked me
She
to
has to pay.
dinner.
You've heard stories about Rebecca when you were a kid, and now that you're an adult, you're like, oh. But you're not getting that kind of vibe at all. She's nowhere as sex fiend as you were told she is going to be. She actually seems rather, still more or less depressed.
Okay. So this is before her sexual enlightenment, where she just bangs all the time.
No, she
Or
bangs all the
post-sexual
time, but
enlightenment.
you were told that she bangs all the time, and now that you've met her as an adult, you're like, no, I'm seeing that she's not actually doing that, because she's currently not on my nuts.
Okay. I'll go to dinner with her.
She doesn't mix religion and pleasure.
Hold on.
Her religion is part pleasure.
Yeah, the sweet embrace of death. Embrace of death. Anyway.
Awesome.
Embrace. I'm tired. Anyway, so as you kind of chit-chat through the night, she more or less lets spill that she's here in town to speak to this... seek the divination's help to help find actually her sister. She doesn't know where she went.
Wait, is her sister the other?
Symphony.
Oh, okay. The other bitch.
That bitch who didn't help us.
My parents.
Would you like me to join you?
No, let your parents die.
She doesn't laugh at you, but she's kind of like flattered, but no, I move a lot faster than you could ever. I'm, divine. I move a lot quicker on my own. But any assistance would be greatly appreciated. She's like this tall, kind of like this.
So, this tall, what's that translate to in words?
This
For
tall.
the podcast.
This tall. Podcast, look where my head is. This tall.
So she's like 5'8"?
This tall. I don't fucking know.
5'6".
A number. In meters. This is metric.
Is she taller or shorter than him?
How tall am I?
I don't know, how tall are you?
Tell me.
We'll get to that later. She's
Alright.
about as tall as Rebecca.
Rebecca
Is as tall as Rebecca. Go
No,
fucking
Symphony is about as tall as Rebecca.
Oh,
Still no frame
you
of
remember what
reference.
she looks like? You met her when you were young.
okay. Because I remember stuff as a child.
You were like
But so,
8.
okay, so Symphony's...
Last time you met her, she was like, last time she came to your village, you were like 8.
So she's average height and fairly curvy.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Kind of lighter complexion than Rebecca's. Rebecca's
So-
more like,
Swarthy.
yeah, dark hair. Anyway, that's kind of her sob story. She kind of confides that she regrets what happened to your city, and she fears that something a lot larger than just your town is coming to pass. And she needs to find her sister, try to prevent something terrible.
Okay.
Take on this quest.
Well, thanks for your help.
Accept this quest.
Friend taps your shoulder, like, friend, buddy,
Okay.
non-sexual entity of a person. Bye!
I shall help if I can.
You got friend-zoned by God. Hope you're happy.
No, not a god. Okay. But a minor half-deity.
Whatever.
There's plenty of other fish.
Do you want to
in the
continue
sea,
east?
Gods in the sky.
Like you wanted to?
I will stand in the sun and pray to it. And go east,
Alright.
towards the plains.
Your
there's
time,
plenty
your
of
year
sun.
is starting to run out, but you meet a barbarian village.
Do they instantly try and kill me?
No, they're cool. They're traders. They're 100 years ago, a couple hundred years ago, they would have murdered the shit out of you, but nowadays they're cool.
Okay.
But
smoke
these
the mad
guys, like, you
ganja.
take you in, they're pretty interesting, you chit-chat with them, and you tell them your life story. And when you mention what town you're from, they kind of look and go like, oh, we heard what happened, we're very sorry, kind of a thing. We actually just had one of our own come back from there. Heard of his name, and they, in a different language, you don't catch it. Have you heard of him? I think he goes by Godric. Godric's dad.
Is that Godric's father?
They're like, who the fuck is Godric?
We
You
will
said-
know soon enough.
Korik?
His name is Godric.
Alright.
Like, his
Oh yeah, he was a
translated
barbarian
name,
guy from the
or
north.
his, like,
He was from the north.
His white
Kai.
person name.
his white purple name. They have their name, their way they name each other in barbarian language is entirely different.
Okay.
But he took on the name Godric in your village.
Since Rick and I were good friends in childhood, I would
You know
assume I would know his name.
You go like, shit, Godric's here?
Well, how common is the name Korik? Like it's saying, oh, Johnson
Not
Town.
many barbarians ever leave the north.
Okay.
And we know that his dad was a barbarian.
I'll check it out
Former
if possible.
barbarian.
He's not here now. He's part of the cycle, which they explained to you as part of the migratory, the nomadic cycle where they run around. And he's not going to be back for quite some time.
Which direction did he head in?
He's a long gone kid.
You're not finding him.
Like,
Don't try.
you're going to have to cross some frozen waste to get there, and
With
Ask
no
about his
and
wife.
even we are not going to go across that.
Ask about his wife.
I hear the voice on the wind.
Ask about his wife.
Ask about my mom. Fuck.
What?
It's not your wife.
No, it's not my mom, but still, I mean, you should ask.
Well, I would assume if he came bearing a white woman who was half pregnant.
No, his
She was
mom
never
was not
pregnant.
pregnant.
Oh.
Mine was.
Well, I'd assume if he comes bearing a white woman, someone would say, oh yeah, Korik came back with a wife.
Like, come bearing
You don't know.
gifts, this white woman.
They might not tell you everybody's business. They just.
Well,
You
was
think
he?
he'd ask?
Did he have a
Would they?
spouse?
Okay.
He mentions they the way we heard it, he came home because his entire family died in the volcano in the accident.
Still dead. Great.
Sorry, Chris, I squanched your hope. Drink your wine.
Which way is the wastelands? Which direction?
I live in a cup of
Kurt,
sadness.
continue east, but not even kidding, dude.
You will
Coming
die.
from barbarians who spend their lives sprinting across this wasteland, do not go across the wasteland. You
You were
will die.
ill-equipped.
I kind of want to go there.
Fun things you know about barbarians.
You gonna come tell me?
These guys' method of transportation is literally running. And they have stamina out the goddamn wazoo. They can just run all day.
Hey, I got 8 constitution. I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
got
no,
like
you're gonna die.
14.
That'd be the best way to end your version of the campaign. And then I wandered down to the woods and died.
It was like Into the
I
Wild,
felt,
but more
I felt a
badass.
small piece of me die inside.
So
That
what's
fateful day.
what's north and what's south?
North is wasteland for some, like, a little bit of time, and then, like, basically ice flows. And south of you is mountains. East of you is even more waste. till.
You said
Ocean.
he's part of the Great Cycle.
Yeah, they basically just do laps of this waste.
So which direction would I go to head off the Great Cycle?
Either back the way you came or across the mountains, which is south.
I go south
Okay, so that's what you're doing.
for the next 5 years.